Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Parshvika. Welcome to GLOBO ARTE magazine pay channel where I make content for artists and creative entrepreneur talking about the various print-on-demand websites, online art business ideas, and a little bit about the online entrepreneurship. Well guys, in today's video, I'm going to share my story of starting with my own first online business completely from $0. That means completely from scratch, without investing any single dollar into that business. So I'm going to share that story and tell you that how I get started with my first online business back in March 2020 with $0 and how you can also start that your own business if you want to start in 2021. So guys, before moving into the good part of the video guys, I want to say please consider clicking on the smash like button because I would really appreciate that if you do so, and subscribe to my channel so whenever I upload more such videos you'll be getting notified about it. Now let's get started with the main part of the video guys. Now guys, I have already made a video talking about my online entrepreneur journey, my story about it and getting started with this online art business and this print on demand and all that. If you want to check that video out, you can check that video out over here. But in today's video, I'm going to actually tell you that how I started with my first online business completely from $0 and starting with that and also getting my first sale for that first business within few hours of starting that online business. So I'm going to tell you all those things. We're going to share my tips and how I get started with that in this video. So now let's get started with that guys. Now guys, I also talk about that in few weeks back only my Redbubble account was suspended and I couldn't make a new account on that or couldn't sell my own designs, my artwork on that website. Now that could be happen to many of you guys who have their account suspended by different print-on-demand websites or different third-party websites, and now you are thinking that how to get started with your own online business, that is your first online business, without actually investing so much into it or starting from completely $0. So I'm going to share those tips and tricks in this video. Okay, so starting with the main part guys. As you know so far that I started with my first online business back in March 2020 of this year itself. This is my first year with my own first online business, and the first online business that I get started with that is an online art digital magazine. And if you want to check that art magazine guys, you can check onto my website of my GLOBO ARTE magazine, that is a globoarte.info. You can check that, you can go onto that website and can check about the details about everything and all that. But I get started with that first magazine, first online art business or first online business back in March 2020. Now guys, when I getting started with that first online art business, I wasn't having any money at all because I was studying in my college year. I was doing my college and I was a student and I wasn't having any single money, even a single dollar to invest in my business. So I was searching for all the resources that I could find to get started with my first online business completely from $0, using all the free tools that they have on the internet and all those things. So I did my research for almost like 3 to 4 months of finding what that good business could be, which could be my first online business, and that could be starting from completely $0 and not investing any single money in the upfront, but in the later on when I'm earning some money from this business, then I'm going to invest in my business. I was getting started with that and I was searching and researching a lot about what could be the best ideas. So there was many amazing ideas out there that you can start with the first online art business or an online business with completely $0. So there are few businesses that I was coming across. Was an e-commerce business like selling the physical products, but for physical products you need an inventory, you need to have an upfront money invested in that, like an Amazon FBA or even getting started with a Shopify. You need to invest some money into that. Even you need to invest money in making that Shopify website as well. But since I was completely started from scratch, completely from $0, so I wasn't even having any money to invest in my building my own website for starting with my first online business. So I wasn't having any money to start with my own website or start with my business website online, because for making a website you also need a money. You can't make a free website. Of course you can go with a blogger, like Google have a facility to start with a blogger, but then again it would be a subdomain. You won't get a domain like .com or .net or something like that. So you need to pay for getting that domain and hosting and WordPress. Even if you go with the Wix, Squarespace or Shopify, you need to have money to invest in getting started with your website for your online business. Since I wasn't having anything out of it, I started from completely scratch. So the first option of me starting with e-commerce physical product business is out of the corner because I wasn't having anything to invest into that. Now the business idea that I was having at that moment, first was the e-commerce physical product. The second was the starting with a coaching business, because there are many online coaches, there are business coaches or female entrepreneur coaches, self-care coaches, there are many coaches. So I was thinking of getting started with the art coach, with being a creative coach and all that, and starting with that. And like when I'm getting money from my coaching business, then I can invest in building my own website and getting all those tools necessary for the business. So I thought of getting started with that, but I wasn't into really coaching the people on one-on-one, like I wasn't really into that. So I need to come up with some different business idea that I can start with right now on the day one itself without having to go for the actual audience or anything like that. I need to go on the day one itself only. So that first business, that e-commerce physical product goes out of the corner. The second one, coaching business, is also goes out of the corner because I'm not really into going one-on-one coaching service with the people, talking on the call, going for the coaching calls and then booking the clients and then all that. I wasn't really into it, and it wasn't really into my interest of doing that. Then the third idea was coming to my mind was making a course, because online courses are an amazing way to scale your business, to get more money, and you can start recording those courses with your mobile phone itself. You don't need a DSLR camera. You can get started with your microphone itself, whatever you have at your place. You don't need to buy anything for that, and you can get started with your phone itself, recording your courses and selling on these different websites out there. Or even if you have your own audience, then you can sell that courses to them as well. Now guys, to start with actually making those courses and selling them, you need to do your market research, and you need to have those coaching clients, or you need to have those students, or you need to have some kind of an audience to sell these courses. Because if you're going for third-party websites like Udemy, Skillshare, but at the end of the day, these are only a third-party website. These are not your businesses. You need to do what they are telling you to, because if you want to sell on the platform, you need to follow their terms and conditions. But for me, I wanted to start with my own online business. I wasn't really into actually investing in these third-party websites, because at the end of the day, if the rules changes, if something changes, then my business goes out of the corner, which I don't want for that. So that's why I was thinking that if I want to start with online course, I need to have some sort of an audience, some sort of thing that I could literally test the market or do the beta testing and see that people are actually into buying such type of courses. They are getting some value out of it and all that. I need to make that online course which need to provide so much value to those people that could be that they can pay me for that amount of dollars or $100 or whatever it is. So I need to do that stuff, and I don't want to make the whole course complete out of it without actually knowing that whether there is any audience for that or not, whether actually there is someone to actually purchase that online course or not. So I decided to drop this idea of starting with an online course software. And if you know the coding, then obviously you can develop a you can start with software as well. You can build a software, you can make a Google Chrome plugin or a WordPress plugin, or even can start with the mobile application if you are into that coding and all that. But since I was having a programming experience, but I'm not really an expert in coding, guys. I wasn't really an expert in the coding, and I wasn't really having any time to first learn building these codes, and then get started with my own software or anything like that. And obviously, guys, I'm starting from $0, so I don't have any money to pay these developers or these coding experts to build a software for me. So that idea was also ruled out. Now comes the idea of digital product business. Now, obviously, if you go on to the creative market, Creative Fabrica, Hungry JPEG, Etsy, on different platforms, there are people who are actually selling the digital products like the art printables, digital planners, digital trackers, digital cheat sheets, PowerPoint presentations, slides, spreadsheets. Like there are so many products that can be sold as a digital form. Since I am an artist and a designer, I can sell my digital art, or I can sell my traditional art in the form of digital art as well. So there were so many ideas in which I could actually invest with making with my own online digital business or own online digital product based business, because I was not into really a service based business. I wasn't into e-commerce physical business. I wasn't into the course product, guys. I really do love them, and they are so simple and so easy to create, and anyone can create it, and there are so many free tools out there in which you can create it. But where I'm gonna sell it, guys, now comes the role that I'm gonna create a digital product. Okay, so what could that be digital product look like? Should I'm gonna make a planner? Should I gonna make a track or spreadsheet, or what it actually going to look like? Since based on my own personal experience, I started as a self-taught artist. I know the hurdles and struggles of being a self-taught artist and all that, like starting from even migrating from my old career to this new career. I know all the hurdles, all the roadblocks and all that. So I want to make a business, something around this art field. So I came with an idea to start with my first online digital magazine. Now guys, to actually start with a magazine, you need to have editor, you need to have writers, you need to have Illustrator for making your design, for making the templates, you need a graphic designer, you need all those things. And apart from that, you need a publisher, you need to have some sort of a platform where you're gonna sell or where you're gonna host your magazine and all that thing. It's much more complicated than actually starting with online course. But I wanna get started with this online digital magazine and all that, and I don't have any money to hire anyone. I really wasn't having any money to even hire a author or a writer or a publisher, or even actually have a money to start with my own website. So what I did, I talked to one of my artist friend. He is Nival Jor. He's a graphic designer and he's really an amazing artist and also an illustrator. He makes the different kind of illustrations. And he has a more experience in art than me, because I started with art back in 2018, but he was into the art for a very quite long time. So he was having that huge experience. So I started with him. Me and him play all the roles of this publisher, the writer, the illustrator, the editor, and all those things that you actually need to get started with your own magazine. Now, if you want to go with the printing the magazine, then you need a printer, or either you need to go with a third-party website so that they're gonna print your magazine and would going to deliver to your customer if you want to go into that paperback form of the magazine. But I was really into the digital format of the magazine. Like, I want my magazine to be in the form of a digital format so that people can either print out at their home if they want to, or not if they can read on their screens, like on the laptop or mobiles or whatever screens they have. Now guys, I'm gonna give the tools that I actually use for building and making this magazine and for selling and hosting and did all those things, because I know there are not many people actually talking about getting started with your digital magazine. They are saying that you need to get all those paid tools to get started with the magazine. You need to hire all those people and all that to get started with the magazine, and also not much resources was out there who will actually tell you how to get started with your own digital magazine and how to sell it, how to host it. I did this whole research in that 3 months, that what are the tools I need to use, how to get started with that, and all those tools in the description box below. You can check that tools if you want to get started with your own digital product business or anything like that. And almost every tool is completely for free, although some of them have the paid option as well. If you want to go with their paid option, you can go with that paid option as well, but the free version is worth it in the beginning. Later on, when you want to scale your business or when you're getting more money from your business, you can go with the paid tools, but you can literally start from the $0 by using their free option as well. So I need to build that magazine, I need to get that illustrations, I need to get that designing, the template and all that. Now guys, there is an amazing tool that is a Photoshop. You can go with that, Illustrator or InDesign. All these tools are really amazing, but they are paid tools and they are expensive tools. Like, you need to invest some money to start using these tools. But since having any money to invest in these tools, so what I did, I started with the Canva. Canva also has a free tool and also has a paid tool, guys, and many of you guys would be aware of that, because I get started with the Canva, guys. Now I wasn't having any template for getting started with my magazine. I made the whole template by myself. Actually go and check for any type of magazine you want to check, and you can check what templates they have, what kind of a content they have, and all that. So one website is the Issue. On Issue, they have so many digital magazines out there in the various fields, in the art, in the sports, in the beauty, in the business, and can check what are the different type of templates out there, what type of content they have in their magazine, and all that. You can check those things on the Issue. The another thing is the Yumpu. Yumpu is also an amazing tool on which you can go and check out the other magazines and take an idea what they actually have, what type of content idea they have, and what type of template they have. So I did my research on these two websites and to figure out what type of template I need to have for my magazine. So I started with the completely scratch, building my own template on the Canva. Canva is amazing, guys. Like, you can have maximum up to 100 pages, and then you can export that file, that digital file, in the form of a PDF, JPEG, PNG, whatever file format you want to have. But since it's a magazine, so I want to have it in the digital PDF file. That's a PDF file. You can have it as a small size or at a large size, whatever size you choose. So the maximum page limit you have is 100 pages. But guys, you can also use the PowerPoint. If you don't have any tools out there, you can get started with the PowerPoint as well. PowerPoint is completely for free, and you can have so much flexibility in the PowerPoint in comparison to the Canva, because Canva doesn't have that much flexibility in comparison to the PowerPoint. In PowerPoint, you can build that your PowerPoint presentation or file according to that size, and can export it that magazine in the format as a PDF and all that. You can go with the PowerPoint as well if you don't want to go with the Canva. So guys, if you little bit know about the Founder magazine, it's a digital magazine that is completely a business or entrepreneur magazine. You can check that magazine out, like they have on their website. They also have their mobile app, and they have some free magazine as well. So I also checked that magazine to have a kind of an idea of their content and templates. So now comes the template and comes the content. What content I'm gonna put in my magazine, what it could be look like. So I thought of going for the artist interviews, and also for featuring the artists from all across the globe completely for free, since I was starting with completely $0. So I'm going to feature them completely for free. Since guys, there are many other art magazine in the space, but they are taking money for art submission. They have like $25 or $20 for you to get featured on their magazine. You need to pay them that fee. But since I was starting from scratch, so I took the artist completely for free, because everyone loves freebies. Everyone loves free feature. Who don't love it, guys? What I did, guys, I literally contacted the different artists on the Instagram and asking them whether they want free feature in my art magazine or not. Because since we are starting with our own online art magazine, so we are giving artists the free feature, and if they want free feature, they can email their artwork. Everything excited so many different artists, and many art submission. Like at the end of the day, when I was getting started with my first issue, I was having 250 to 300 art submission. That was really awesome, guys, because I started from scratch. I have like 250 to 300 art submission for my magazine. That is the first issue of my magazine, which is really awesome for me, guys. I'm not gonna take any money from that, not hidden cost, nothing, anything. So that was the first thing that I did, and that thing was really helped me in getting my name out for my magazine. And people were so excited. Literally, artists were emailing me, sending me a DM excited about my magazine, when I'm gonna release my next issue, and they are looking forward to it, and they want free feature, and they want to buy the magazine, and want to tell their artist friend, tell other people that this magazine is amazing and all that. I was literally getting those comments, those DMs, those emails, and all that. Who have some experience in art and who are selling their art or kind of starting with the art career and all that. I'm gonna interview them and feature them in my magazine as an artist interview, and that is also for free. So many artists come up to get featured into our magazine, to get their art interview featured in our magazine. Some also submitted their blog articles, because I was also taking the blog submissions from the artists and featuring them completely for free. And artists were excited about that, because I'm giving it all for free. So guys, that comprises the content of my magazine: the artist interview, the blog articles submitted by the various artists or writers, and the third thing was the artist feature. And another thing that I put in that my friend made few blog articles, and he illustrated the magazine, and he also written few blog articles for the magazine. One was in English, the second one is in Portuguese. So he wrote those 2 articles. One is in the English, the second in the Portuguese for that magazine. So I was getting huge content for my magazine issue, and I also, as an artist, I also wrote one article, but I don't really have a writing experience and any author experience, anything like that. But I did wrote an article based on my experience so far with my art journal. Sell it. Should I need to sell on the issue, on the Yumpu, on the Etsy, or on which place I need to sell my magazine and all that. So what I did my own research again to find the platforms on which I can sell my magazine. But Gumroad is literally amazing, guys. You have free and paid option as well, but the free option has so much that you can start with the free option in the beginning. So I host my magazine onto the Gumroad. They are having both the digital or physical option, whatever you want to go with that. Since I was having my magazine in the digital format, so I hosted my magazine on that. Some sort of a landing page, some sort of a lead magnet, or a page where people actually go on and read about our magazine, what our magazine contains, what's the story behind this magazine, and what is the value they're gonna get by purchasing our magazine. So I need some sort of that sales funnel, or that sales page, or leading page, or whatever you can say that. But if I go with the click funnels, they have the paid option, and I don't have money, so I can't go with the click funnels. So what I did, guys, I started with the MailChimp. Now MailChimp is an email provider, like up to 2,000 emails. It's completely for free, and then after that you need to buy their paid option if you have more email contacts and all that. So since I was starting from scratch, I wasn't having any emails and all that, so obviously I can go with the free option. So I signed up for the MailChimp, and they have an amazing option to create a landing page completely for free. I created that landing page, that sales page on the MailChimp itself, so that when people actually click on the link, they're gonna land onto my MailChimp. They're gonna read all the details about my magazine, what does it contains, what are the benefits, how they can help them who are behind this magazine, what is their story and why they are doing that, and everything about the magazine on that landing page of that MailChimp. Going to click on that link, they're gonna land onto that MailChimp, and then they're gonna read everything about the magazine. And when they think that they are interested in the magazine, they're actually going to click on the link on the button on the MailChimp. They're gonna click on the button on the MailChimp, and that button will going to lead to them Gumroad, where my magazine is actually hosted, and there they're gonna make a purchase and they're gonna buy my magazine. So that was a kind of thing that I did in the very beginning of getting started with my first issue of my first few hours of launching my magazine. I got my first sale. Now I was already having the art submission of 250 to 300 artists who were emailing their artworks on my email. So I have their email, so I have those peoples. They could be my leading customers, they could be my leads. And apart from that, I hosted a big huge giveaway that I'm launching with my magazine. And on the launching of this magazine, I'm gonna give free 100 magazine copies to 100 lucky winners who win this giveaway. Now, giveaways and freebies are really an awesome way to get more followers, to get more subscribers, to get more emails, and to build up your following, your email list, and all that. The same thing I did. I started with a giveaway, and I started with a giveaway like almost 1 month before that. And I tell people that if they would be that lucky winner, they would be getting that art magazine completely for free, which contains so many different things and all that. And people were literally excited about that giveaway. They completely send their name and their email and sign up for my giveaway. And in that 1 month, I almost got 500 to 600 email subscribers for my email list. And when I was like already launching my magazine and I was sending my first sales email, I just did that. I was kept warming those audience by sending them emails once a week, or maybe like in 10 days I was sending them an email. I was warming them audience and talking about my magazine and teasing them that what it was going to contain and how it can actually help them and all about it. And so they were literally excited about my launch. So guys, they were all excited about my launch, and they was kind of waiting for my launching of my magazine. So on 1st March 2020, I launched my first issue of my magazine, and I sent them an email. And I was sending them an email, having a gut feeling. I was feeling so nervous about it. Just sent them an email, and just shut down my laptop, because if I'm gonna see how many people actually open that email and all that, I would be literally nervous about it, that whether people actually clicking on that email and going to purchase that magazine or not. So I just shut down my laptop and came out of it, and what I did, I saw that within like almost 2 hours or 3 hours of sending that first magazine launch email, I got my first sale. And that was really exciting for me. That was really amazing for me, guys. And then slowly I was getting more sales and all that. I was getting so more sales that I literally started with my own online art magazine website, and I started using the paid tools for the business and all those, because I was seeing that money coming into my business, and now I can invest that same money into my business in building my website, in getting those paid tools, getting this Photoshop for building my magazine, getting those paid illustrations, those writers, all those things. This video is going quite long, but I hope it really helps you a lot. I'm putting the link of all the free tools that I use for making my magazine in the description box below. You can use it for very well for building or starting with your own magazine. And that's it for today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up, guys, and subscribe to my channel. And see you for the next time, guys. Take care. Bye.